In the heart of a sun-dappled village nestled among rolling green hills lived an elder named Elias. His eyes held the depth of ancient rivers, and his voice, though soft, carried the weight of wisdom earned through many seasons. The villagers sought his counsel not for matters of wealth or power, but for the quiet turmoil of the human heart. One day, a young man named Cale, his spirit as restless as the summer wind, approached Elias. Cale's words were often sharp, quick to judge, and quicker to wound, leaving a trail of discord in his wake. He felt a gnawing emptiness, a disconnect he couldn't name, and in his desperation, he came to the elder. "Master Elias," Cale began, his voice laced with frustration, "I feel adrift. My words create storms I cannot control. I speak my mind, yet it brings me no peace, only more conflict. How can I find clarity? How can I find harmony?" Elias listened patiently, his gaze calm and steady. He beckoned Cale to follow him, leading him away from the village and towards the whispering embrace of the ancient forest that bordered their home. The air grew cooler under the dense canopy, and the sunlight filtered through the leaves, painting shifting patterns on the mossy ground. They walked in silence for a time, the only sounds being the crunch of leaves underfoot and the distant call of a cuckoo bird. Finally, they reached a clearing where a magnificent ancient oak tree stood, its branches reaching towards the sky like gnarled arms. A small, clear stream gurgled nearby, its water sparkling over smooth stones. Elias gestured for Cale to sit on a fallen log. "Cale," he said, his voice a gentle murmur, "the tongue is a small part of the body, but it can build kingdoms or burn them to the ground. Your turmoil comes not from speaking your mind, but from a mind that has not learned the art of gentle passage. Before your words can cross your lips and enter the world, they must first pass through 3 gates. If they cannot pass these gates, they are best left unsaid, to dissolve back into the silence from whence they came." Cale leaned forward, intrigued. 3 gates? What are they?" Elias picked up a smooth, gray stone from the edge of the stream. "The first gate," he said, holding the stone in his palm, "is the gate of truth. Before you speak, you must ask yourself, is what I am about to say true? Not is it what I believe to be true, or what I heard to be true, but is it an undeniable, verifiable fact?" He paused, letting the weight of the question settle. So often we speak from rumor, from assumption, from a fleeting emotion that paints a picture far from reality. We repeat gossip as if it were gospel, and we state our opinions as if they were unshakable laws of the universe. To speak untruth, even unknowingly, is to plant weeds in the garden of another's mind. And in your own. Cale thought of a time just last week when he had repeated a rumor about a neighboring farmer, only to find out later it was completely false. The shame of it pricked at him. He had never stopped to question the source, only the satisfaction of having a story to tell. He nodded slowly. "I see, the first gate. Is it true?" Elias smiled faintly and placed the first stone on the log. He then picked up another, this one darker, with a rugged texture. "The second gate," he continued, "is the gate of necessity. Having confirmed your words are true, you must then ask, is it necessary to say this? Is it helpful? Does this need to be spoken, right here, right now? Will my words bring healing, offer guidance, or prevent a harm?" He turned the stone over in his hand. "Truth, Cale, can sometimes be a weapon. You can use a true statement to humiliate someone, to expose a vulnerability for no reason other than to feel superior, or to state a harsh reality that serves no purpose but to cause pain. Just because something is true does not mean it needs to be said. Many true words are better left in the quiet chamber of the heart, for their speaking serves no one, least of all the speaker. It clutters the air with needless noise, preventing what is truly important from being heard." Cale's mind flashed in argument with his sister. He had pointed out a past mistake of hers, a true mistake, but he had done so in the heat of anger. His words had been true, but they were entirely unnecessary. They hadn't solved their disagreement. They had only deepened the wound between them. He felt a pang of regret. "The second gate? Is it necessary?" he repeated, his voice softer now. Elias nodded and placed the second stone next to the first. He reached into the stream and pulled out a third stone, this one a beautiful, translucent quartz, glowing warmly in a stray sunbeam. "And finally," Elias said, his voice imbued with a profound gentleness, If your words have passed the first two gates, they must face the third and final one, the gate of kindness. You must ask yourself, is what I'm about to say kind? Will my tone be gentle? Are my intentions pure? Can I deliver this truth in a way that respects the dignity of the person I am speaking to? He held the quartz up to the light. A necessary truth can still be delivered with cruelty. It can be wrapped in sarcasm, sharpened with anger, or coated in condescension. But a word that passes through the gate of kindness seeks to build up, not tear down. It understands that every soul is fighting a battle we may know nothing about. It chooses compassion over correctness and connection over conflict. Kindness is the oil that allows the gears of truth and necessity to turn without grinding. Cale sat in stunned silence. The three stones on the log seemed to hum with a quiet power. Truth, necessity, kindness. It was so simple, yet so profound. He thought of the countless words he had let fly without a moment's thought. The careless barbs, the impatient criticisms, the thoughtless judgments. Each one had been a stone thrown, not just at others, but at his own peace of mind. He was the architect of his own inner storm. A single tear traced a path down his cheek, not of sadness, but of a deep, resonant understanding. I never thought of it that way, he whispered. I spoke to feel powerful, to be right. I never considered the weight of my words, the impact they have long after they've been spoken. Elias placed a comforting hand on the young man's shoulder. The words you speak become the house you live in, Cale. If you fill the air with harshness and negativity, you will live in a cold and lonely house. But if you choose your words with care, passing them through the three gates, you will build a sanctuary of peace, not only for others, but for yourself. Your soul will find its quiet center. They sat together as the sun began its slow descent, casting long shadows through the trees. The forest was no longer just a collection of trees to Cale, but a living cathedral of wisdom. The three stones on the log were no longer just rocks, but guardians, silent teachers he could carry in his heart forever. From that day on, Cale practiced the lesson of the three gates. It was not easy. The habit of a lifetime is a strong current to swim against. There were times he stumbled when an impatient word escaped before he could check it, but he did not despair. Each time he would remember the clearing, the ancient oak, and the three stones. Before he spoke, a quiet voice in his mind would ask, "Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind?" Slowly, miraculously, the world around him began to change. Arguments softened into discussions. Discord transformed into understanding. The restless storm within him calmed, replaced by a deep and abiding peace he had never known. He discovered that the greatest power was not in speaking his mind, but in mastering the silence from which true, necessary, and kind words are born. He learned that the weight of our words shapes not only our relationships with others, but the very landscape of our soul. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. If this story resonated with you, consider the words you'll speak today. Let them be true, necessary, and kind. For more stories that nourish the soul, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll see you in the next one.